Wednesday. I want to say November the 10th, 2021. I hope everybody is doing collective. Okay. And in here, you guys saw like the picture that I'm reading. And so I'm going to share a little bit about that, the passage from the book. And then whatever intuitive messages want to come out, I'll share that. And afterwards, you guys, afterwards, I'm going to be doing the general tarot collective reading for you guys. Okay. And it's not going to be in the car. I'm going to do it separately. Okay. So for now, we just going to get into the get down of to tell the truth. X, any addictive behavioral patterns that has created some type of a hardship in your life. Okay. So let's talk about it. Let me get a sip of my little water here. It's water. Mm. All right, guys. So we're going to do the actual reading in a regular little setup. Okay. We're not going to do the reading in the car today. Okay. We're going to do it on my regular little setup. Now, this is the picture that you guys saw, right? So let me get comfy. Right? And just want to chill with y'all. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So the yoga ease our way and refund part in the relationships here. Though it is still valid, but that's just not where I'm coming from with this discussion. I'm talking as is to the life matters to you. Okay. So let's get here. Da, 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 da. Maybe we will call white having McDonald's for lunch because we feel shame about it. Then how will our partners know that we won't lie to them about more important things? Think about that. They won't. Any lie to a loved one will sow doubt in their mind about our truthfulness in other matters. So we endeavor to tell the truth. We do our best. We will not be perfect, but we keep trying. Okay. So that's the overall gist of what we want to talk about and what the reading is going to actually be about. We're going to actually do a tarot / oracle reading. I'll probably wait till I get back home just to do it in my regular setup. Really, every time. I'll call back. Sorry. Um, to do it in my normal setup at the house. Okay. So just to be comfortable and just to have a normal, regular layout that you guys are used to seeing. Okay. I'll probably do that when I get back to the house, but I wanted to at least give the discussion. And for those of you who are be interested in the reading, you kind of could come in prepared already. Okay. So it says, I was like, she might as well just lay down. Anyways, uh, consider, right, the lie. Wait, consider the lie in staying quiet. Ooh, this is interesting. All right, check. So it has here, what is more challenging than not lying? For many of us, it's always telling the truth, right? There's a difference. How many times has someone treated us badly and we chose to keep quiet? It's the same thing. Basically, they're trying to say it's the same thing. It's a lie, right? It says, wait, there's a difference. Okay. How many times has someone treated us badly and we chose to keep quiet to keep the peace for the moment? I've certainly done this. And it's really ill advised. I know sometimes we feel like we're dealing with people that are just like volatile, childish, they get angry easily. But you know what? If we can't be truthful, then without those types of repercussions dealing with folks, and perhaps we need to reassess and reevaluate those relationships to begin with. Okay. Um, Even though it meant our own needs were not getting met. Or maybe we keep quiet because we're scared, right? We're scared of our own emotions. For me, sometimes I stay quiet when I have something to say because I'm scared that I will cry. Yeah. Because if I let it loose, I may yell, I may cry, and it will feel inappropriate or off putting to the people I'm with. Absolutely. For much of my life, I've also stayed quiet because I believed that what I had to say didn't matter, especially if you came from a lot of toxicity and abuse. I felt like I didn't matter. So, why does what I have to say matter? Even as my beliefs about myself changed, the habits around not speaking up took some time to catch up, right? So, telling with non harming. And see, I love this book already because it's so practical and well rounded. Okay. So it says here if we are more likely to say too much when upset or and further damage relationships, then out, try to remember to ask, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Aham, I want to say it's ahimsa first. In order to avoid causing harm with our words when upset, try to hold off. Try to hold can both be truthful and kind when waiting for the right time to tell the truth can save relationships and prevent us from hurting people unnecessarily, right? I wanted to share so far, okay? Because basically it's a balance between, you know, withholding, which is a form of lying, saying something abruptly, even if it's the truth. So there's like this balance of the need for truthfulness in a certain way, but truthfulness necessary. Like she just said at the end. Okay, once we have let go of lying, is the truth when it's necessary. Cooling off period. I mean, cooling down shouldn't be forever. Cooling down is just so that we can get our capacities to still speak a truth as respectfully as we can, but speaking it, no doubt, right? Some of y'all say, well, why does it matter? Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Right? I mean, the book said it in a nutshell. If we practice a way of life in our relationship, lie about this and lie about that, then there's seeds of doubt that are sown, and people won't really know if we're trustworthy, essentially, because there's always already a tone of lying. How are they to know? No one should play puzzle piece in a relationship. And I think I need to say that because whether you're intuitive or not, whether consider yourself a psychic or not, whether you're into tarot or not, whatever you feel like you are in healthy human relationships, no one should have to play the Riddler. Okay. Um, no one should have to practice the reading of minds, right? And truths need to be expressed and they need to be told based on yoga here. Um, and hopefully respectfully, but they still need to be, hold on, they still need to be told though, right? Hold on, guys, I gotta roll up my window. I'm so sweet. I always have bees like trying to get to me, y'all. Nah, I have on essential oil. I'm just kidding. Right now, boom, check, check. Okay, so as I was saying, right? Okay, get comfortable. It's necessary. Any healthy relationship, there should be a free flow of communication. But when there are some things that are like she mentioned, may present an issue. She's just suggesting that, okay, yeah, you want to take a breather, some space so that you can respond as appropriately as you can, but truth should still be told. If you want those connections to be vital and healthy and vibrant, and for people to actually be able to trust you. So there is no unconditional trust. Trust is based on character. It's based on character. It's based on what you have cultivated with a person, whoever it is, whether it's friendships, family, lovers, whomever. And even though she mentioned lying on a whole scale, of course, yogis are going to believe in that. Um, and I agree, but my focus in this discussion is not to do with on a whole. It's to do with people that matter, the people that matter to us, our day to day lives. You know what I'm saying? Joe Schmo that you don't know, and that's just my resonance. There's a higher level of integrity at play to me in my esteem when you're dealing with people that are in your life. Okay, people that you care for, your children, lovers, you know what I'm saying, close friends. These are the people that deeply matter to you. And to me, that's priority. And those are the connections I feel we should all focus on in terms of, like she says, practicing this truth telling here. Okay. Because nothing disrupts relationships more than lies. Nothing. And let me tell you, hidden lies are lies. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're hidden don't make them unlies. They're lies. And it still has a frequency. There's still a vibration and an undercurrent to that. And people will know it and sense it and feel it. Our bodies are very sophisticated. And then if a person is in alignment and they're practicing their intuition and aligning with their divinity, they're super gonna feel it. So it's almost insulting and violating to these connections, which, like I said, there's nothing that disrupts relationships more than lies. And then we look back and then we go, damn, we wonder why shit fell apart, why something didn't work, why it didn't have the ability to go the distance. It's like if you get past all the fluff at the core, you're probably going to find that there was dishonesty, even if it was by omission. Dishonesty is dishonesty, whether it is commission or omission, whether it's something that is said or something that was not said, it is still dishonesty, right? There's no gray area. There's no side clause. There's no on a technical. Nope, it's the same. It's all the same. So, you guys, you know, they said we don't do this perfectly, right? It's something that we practice, and this is yoga for addictions. So it's like some people are addicted to lying. They call it pathological or habitual, right? Some people, or just have addictions and as a result, practice lying, right? To kind of like cover up, from the destructive tendencies that result from an addictive personality or addictions that have caused havoc. And addictions could be anything. Doesn't have to be recreational drugs and alcohol. It can be a little bit of everything. Addictions to money, addictions to stealing, addictions to gambling, addiction to sex, addiction to porn, addiction to food, addiction to anything. Anything that's starting to wreak havoc, choices and behavior tendencies that has clearly ran and wreaked havoc in a person's life. That's a problem. But truth. So when we get into the actual tarot, y'all, because I said I wasn't going to do the tarot on the card this time, right? I'm going to give y'all the regular setup, and I'm not going to do the tarot reading on the go. I'm going to give you guys a regular nice setup where, well, I think I'll do it at home so you guys can have the same cozy setup that I always have there. And I may just pre-record that one. So that way you guys just get to go on and don't have to worry about it being live and, having to sit through all of my chatter, right? So that's that, y'all. Just thought I would share on the topic to tell the truth because the collective that I'm channeling for, I know that you guys you're on the mark, man. You're doing some major changes in your life, and um, some of you guys are ready for new love, or you guys have started dating people and you're trying to do things differently because you want to see some different results in your life. And maybe you're trying to look at yourself to make sure that you're taking full ownership for your role in your life and how things are playing out. And um, for those of you that this reading is going to be for, it's probably going to bring out something to do with truth telling. We may even ask the universe, ask source, your spirit guides, God, whatever your higher self or resonance is, what areas do you need to tell the truth in as it pertains to relationships, right? Or someone on your mind, because with tarot, especially on a general scale, the energy be all over the place. So we'll, see what we pick up in terms of where you need to be a little more clear and truthful with yourself and others concerning relationships, or maybe the person that you're currently dating, or someone on your mind where they, are being asked to practice more truthfulness with themselves and you, right? And it's helpful, you guys. I mean, I use this stuff to help us grow, evolve, heal, transform, to actually apply and action these things, not just, sit up and listen to something. It's like, okay, now what we finna do? What you finna do now after that? Do our very best to try to practice those things to see how the fruits can change in our lives, okay? It may be uncomfortable initially, like the lady said, but the longevity, it creates a healthy foundation, which means what in tarot? It means that we will have less and less towers in relationships. Towers, the major arcana tower, they come in, especially if they're the lower vibration form of a tower. The tower comes in because there's faulty foundation. Faulty foundation is usually what? Deception, secrets, smoke and mirrors, illusions, lies, something out of balance, a lack of reciprocity, right? So the towers, the universe steps in, boom, because something's not right. But when we start this more truth telling, we'll start diverting a lot of towers, even if it means we find out early on that someone's not for us. Better we do it sooner than later. Even if it means we find out that a person ain't really into us, or because we're being our authentic self, and then we look at their behavior or something to that effect, face the truth, make the call, make the decision, right? It may have its uncomfortability, but I bet you my bottom dollar it's better than us wasting year after year after year dealing with folks, right? Or being in things that are not built on truth. They're built on illusion. They're built on smoke and mirrors. They're built on deceit, right? Who wants that? Who got time for any of that anymore, right, y'all? I don't know about y'all, but it's like shoes. It's time for us to live and live fully and living our best lives. And these are some practical things that we can start to look at, because most people go reading for reading, reading after reading, psychic after psychic, medium after medium, whatever your get down is, and still, because at the end of the day, it's about, well, what are you practicing though? What are you doing to change your life and your get down in terms of relationships? What are you doing any differently than you always did? And if you're not doing anything any differently than you always did, then you kind of shouldn't be upset if you're not getting anything any differently than you always got. And if you're okay with what you've always got, then be okay with it. It's like, then be okay with it. Then you wouldn't be looking at readings because you're like okay with what you got. But who said that? Who said this? Is it Freud? Who made that state? No, Albert Einstein. I'm sorry. It was Albert Einstein that says the definition of insanity, I believe it's Albert Einstein, is doing something over and over, repeating it over and over, doing it 1,000 times over, doing it again and 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 again. Yet your expectation of the result is something different than what you've always gotten. That is the definition of insanity. I know. We may convince ourselves, but this time, but this time, but this time, but this time, but this time. Like my hand is moving, but this time. It's going like this. Same thing. I can almost hear some of you. Are there exceptions? Of course. In life, Walt Disney, many others had to practice something over and over again or present and do something over and over again and get turned down over and over again. So, of course, use your wisdom here. There's an exception. But I'm willing to bet you with each failure, Walt Disney and other great people who've created and done something that changed the world forever, each time they did something, there was level of growth and progression and tweaking, their crafts and things of that nature to get to their ultimate goal, to get into alignment with what they were really seeking after. They kept going for it, but they tweaked it and changed it and modified and perfected it and built their confidence. It was different things that took them there to still get to the result. But it's not the same as you're lying over and over again in relationships and you're wondering why they end. Just saying. That's not the same thing. Or you're wondering why they all crash and burn. It starts out hot and heavy. Everybody's excited. Everybody's in love. All of the hormones are oxytocin, dopamine, all of that stuff. Serotonin is on high at first. But if it had all of that same foundation, then it's still going to do the same thing as all the other ones. Because there's some faultiness in the foundation. What needed adjustment? Perhaps truthfulness. Versus in that one, you were lying. Now, be truthful. Some will say, well, I did that, Bloomy. I did that. I went into another relationship and I was truthful. And it still didn't work out. I stopped lying. I stopped hiding. I stopped playing the games and I went into a whole nother brand new relationship and I was Bloomy. Now riddle me that, Bloomy. Now answer that one, Bloomy. How come that one didn't work out, Bloomy? It's called karma. Mm. Look, y'all, don't be mad at me. Don't shoot the sheriff. It's called karma. Because, see, there's still the law of cause and effect. You may have tried to go on in your life, and maybe you do see the error in your ways, and maybe you said, okay. But the issue is, We still have to align with our own soul. The issue is, what is your soul telling you about who you're choosing? Sometimes our pickers need to go under evaluation. What are you choosing? What are you picking? Because, see, it doesn't matter. If you're choosing to do the right things with people that are low vibrational, you're still going to get the same result as if you were still lying. That's the way it goes. Just because we do choose the truthful path is not a guarantee that it's going to work out, especially if our picker is in need of service. If we're still choosing situations and individuals that are not in alignment with our highest good, you can be as honest as the definition of the word. If that person is low vibrational, karmic, or toxic, and not in alignment with our highest and greatest good, your truthfulness is not going to make that a healthy connection. Something I had to learn. It's just not. That's the purpose of being connected to divinity, your divinity and your intuition, because it's going to give you all these ding, 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 ding. You're going to get all of those. And a part of that is us stop lying to ourselves, the art of truthfulness, the illusion, what we want to believe, what we want to see, right? Because that's not going to make it different. If you're with a liar, you're with a liar. Okay? If you're with a whore, you're with a whore. Just saying. Your truthfulness is not going to change that. The idea and the premise is pay attention. Pay attention. Listen to the dings inside. Don't believe the hype. Everybody know how to fake and fraud to get a result they want. Pay attention. We all had to go down this path, the school of hard knocks. Eventually, hopefully, we get a clue. Like, look, eh, they not there, dude. That's a man, a boy in a man's body. That's a woman in a girl in a woman's body. They're not there, and you ain't finna change that. Your job is to tap in and then make the adjustment. And you can do all this respectfully. You can do all this with delicacy. You could actually do all of this, like, okay, you ain't got to put them on Front Street. You ain't even got to go there. But once you know what you know, it's up to you to tell the truth. It's time. The more we can start practicing this, I feel like the happier we're going to start to become. And yeah, maybe initially, if we're used to having a lot of toxic relationships and that's been your life for the majority of your life, maybe at first you go through detox like any other addiction, and it may feel some kind of way. But you do eventually get to that breakthrough where now you start feeling the good aspects of being clean and free. Now you get the good benefit of it because you managed to get through that first fear response, that first withdrawal symptoms, and all of those things that keep you in the vicious loops of, I don't know, no other way of living and doing and being but lying. Right? All right. All right, guys. So I'm going to do the reading later at the house, I think. And I think I'm just going to do pre-record. So that way you guys are able just to click on when you guys see it uploaded, and you ain't got to sit and listen to the Bloomster and her chit chat. Okay. All right, guys. I appreciate all of you. If you are currently a TikTok follower, thank you for following. If you're currently a YouTube subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're not, I invite you to subscribe. I would love to have you a part. On TikTok, you will have to request it. I have my settings set on private for now because I'm housekeeping. I'm doing some housekeeping on my social media platforms, clearing out fuck shit and monitoring fuck shit. So I'm keeping a very keen eye and tapping in terms of that at this time. So bear with me. If you do request, bear with me because I'm going to review you and then see how I'm guided. Because y'all, the Bloomster got haters, little haterade, drink a lot of haterade out there. Just going to keep it 100 with y'all, okay? But those of you on that positivities, though, I appreciate you. I love you, and I hope and wish nothing but the best for you, and that you get to live life free, to be yourself, unchained, unhindered by anybody and who they are and what they think and what they believe, and honor to your own divinity and live in the highest vibrational version of yourself as possible, and just enjoying your journey on your terms. That is my wish for you. Um, those of you who come in on that good stuff, on that good vibe, the good vibration, right? All right, guys. And no, this is not beer. I don't drink. I don't do drugs and alcohol. Never have. That's not my get down. No qualms. That wasn't my thing. That wasn't my Achilles heel. Okay. Been around it. Wasn't my thing. This is some good water, though. This is what the sister is drinking. You heard me? All right, guys. Take care of yourself on a more serious note, okay? Take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself, your mental, your emotional, your physical, all of it. Usually, when we're hearing people say, take care of yourself, we're just thinking about the 3D physicality. But your mental and emotional health matters equally so. Equally so, okay? Because that's how you're going to be able to continue to go on in a healthy way. If you got, you know, a lot of people around you in your life that's constantly keeping you mentally and emotionally frayed, it's time to evaluate them connections. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's time to evaluate it. You deserve to be able to live a life of peace and wholeness and happiness, not fuck shit, y'all. Not toxicity, not people projecting their crazy onto you. We all need to do our own inner work and our journeys prospectively, period. Okay? Nothing affects you more. I've learned this, y'all. Nothing affects you more than those you allow close to you. Think about that. Love y'all. Everything is energy, balance is key, right? Here in Bloom from Within Love, whether you're a man or a woman, we are beautiful, blissful, bountiful, blooming, brilliant, bodacious, bedazzling, all that. We keep telling ourselves until we catch up with it. But know that that is who you truly are. Absolutely. Okay? I send you guys so much love and light. Visit my Etsy shop. I did add another item for the chicks, for my gals, for my fellow feminine energies. Or look, no qualms, hell. A guy may want the other item as well. So totally open. But I only have one of those items. So if you guys are interested in like beauty products and things like that, I welcome you to go ahead and click on that Etsy icon on my YouTube homepage. It'll take you right over there, okay? If you want to talk to me and you got questions on some of the readings that you've seen and you want to engage anonymously and privately, I invite you guys to message me over there on Etsy. People have been doing that, okay? All right, you guys. Love and light. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. I will do the reading for this later and it will be pre-recorded, okay? To tell the truth. The reading will be a general collective. What ways in your life do you need to be more truthful with yourself and those that you're in a relationship with? Or what ways they're being asked to be more truthful? Okay? All right. Talk to you guys next time. Namaste.